Oh yeah, what's up, Bingus? Is. I hope y'all having a good day as well, sup. Oh, god damn, this is fogging up. Oh, yo. God damn it. Let me put this on. It rubs the lotion on the skin, or else I'll give you the hose again. What is up, everybody? It's Chaos for You 728. And I'm back again with another reading of Solving the Mysteries of Babylon the Great. Hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever it is you're hailing from. I'd like to thank those that are still subscribed. Your support has been... Oh, my beak's crooked. Thank you to those that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And thank you to those just recently subscribed. Hope you stick around for the long run. Holy shit, this is getting rough. Bagging up. So, I'm not going to have this on very long. I want to try something when I hit this bong. A beak won't stay. I'm going to have to stuff this thing. So, we gotta find a lighter. I can't see very well because these lenses are tinted. I should have thought of this before I went and did this. God damn it! There's a lighter all the way over here, and there goes a cup. Ah, gotcha. All right. Let's just go. Oh boy. Yeah, it I want to turn this into a gas mask. Just have the tip, just take it off and. Okay, I can't wear this and read. Plague doctor's mask, bruh. No, it's not a gas mask. It's not a gas mask. It's literally a plague doctor. Well, a mock of a plague doctor's mask. Unfortunately, I cannot wear it while wearing these. They kinda, they don't fit right. So, anyways, we're gonna get into this. Let me move this over here. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way too much. It would be. Like I said, the only thing is it doesn't really have. I would have to install a lip right here to suction to my face, and I would have to seal these holes that are down here. That's about the only other thing I'd really have to do. I don't even know what I did with that other gas mask. I gotta find that motherfucker. I got a gas mask floating around here somewhere, I think. Unless retards stole it. Is that fucking stormtrooper gas mask? I ain't seen it in a long fucking time. I wouldn't doubt he did steal it. He's a petty little bitch. So Tunar! How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Yes, sir. We're solving the mystery of Babylon the Great by Edward Hendrie. And I'm about to do this one rip, about to cash out this bowl and get into this dumpster fire. I'm gonna try and knock out 2 chapters. It claims chapter 6 is 4 minutes, so is a 4-minute read. So we're gonna see how long it's all based on me, and I'll try to check on chat. It's in my peripheral, so my ooh squirrel syndrome will kick in every time I see that shit move. And then after I do this, I got 5. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm gonna start up my journey through the scriptures. Continue reading Genesis 10 to 20. Oh, goddamn. Excuse me. And on with the shit show. Let's go. Let's get some music going for our brain pans. So I'm a fan of classical music, and I don't know, when it comes to reading, I like to each their own. I chose some classical music from Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, and Chopin on this playlist. So hope y'all enjoy, and let's get this dumpster fire going, shall we? It looks like there's a good balance. Awesome. Chapter 6, Solving the Mysteries of Babylon the Great. Marranos and Conversos. I'm probably going to butcher some of these because it's Latin. The infiltration of Jewish liturgy in the Roman Church made conversion of the Catholic faith palatable to Jews. Barbara Aho explains. During the Middle Ages, the infiltration and conquest of Christendom was achieved by 2 methods. The Inquisition, which started in Spain in 1478, forced multitudes of Jews to renounce Judaism and to embrace Catholicism. These converts were called conversos. Conversos typically went through the motions of the Roman Catholic religion, but remained Jews inwardly and practiced their Jewish rites in the privacy of their homes. Other Jews, called Marranos, swine, feigned conversion to Christianity and practiced Roman Catholicism outwardly, while practicing Judaism or Kabbalism privately. A number of Marranos took positions in the clergy. The motive of conversos was self-preservation. the Marranos, destruction of the church, and all things Christian. The results of these parallel operations was the Jewish occupation of the Roman Catholic Church and its transformation into Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. King James' translation of Revelation 17 describes Mystery Babylon the Great as the great whore, and that great city which sits upon 7 mountains. Evidence of infiltration of the Roman Catholic Church by great masses of European Jewry is found in numerous independent sources, of which we shall consider a few, starting with portions of the plot against the Church. Typical of Catholic anti-Judaism, the authors fulminate against Jewish infiltration of the Church, but seem blind to the fact that Holy Catholic Church was a Judaized form of Christianity from its inception. Aho's characterization of the Jewish nature of the Roman Church is absolutely correct. In Mystery Babylon the Great, Catholic or Jewish, Aho documents that the kings and clergy that compelled Jews to convert to Catholicism were themselves Jews who infiltrated the Catholic Church in order to control its doctrine and political influence. What better way to infiltrate the Roman Church but by forcing Jews into pretending conversion to Catholicism, after which they remain loyal to their Talmudic and Kabbalistic roots. Generation after generation, many of these crypto-Jewish families gained great influence within the Roman Church to steer its doctrines and policies. Aho quotes from the plot against the Church. The author, Pinay, is a loyal Catholic. 1478. Yeah, it goes way back, bro. This 5th column is formed by the descendants of the Jews, who in earlier centuries were converted to Christianity and seemingly held an enthusiastic manner to the religion of Christ. While in secret, they preserved their Jewish belief and carried out clandestinely the Jewish rites and ceremonies. For this purpose, they organized Sikh themselves into communities and secret synagogues, which were active centuries long in secret. These apparent Christians, but secret Jews, began centuries ago to infiltrate into Christian society in order to attempt to control it from within. For this reason, they sowed false doctrines and differences of opinions, and even attempted to gain control of the clergy in the different churches of Christ. With all this, they applied the cunning of introducing crypto-Jewish Christians into the seminaries of the priesthood, who would gain admission into the honorary offices in the Holy Catholic Church, and then into the dissident churches, upon whose division these secret Jews had so much influence. Pinay characterizes the infiltration by Jews as a fifth column in the church. In one sense, they are a 5th column. However, in another sense, they are not, since the Jewish doctrine is woven into the very warp and woof of the Roman Catholic Church. Pinay correctly explains the infiltration of the Roman Catholic Church by Jews. However, he misses the fact that the very doctrines of the Roman Catholic organization are Jewish. The Roman Catholic Church is only Gentile in appearance. How can the Jews be a Jewish 5th column in an organization that is essentially Jewish in nature? Oh shit. Chapter 7. That was less than 4 minutes. I'm waiting for a Hemi to pop up in the Discord. Say it, Chaos! Say it, Chaos! Because I struggled saying this word because I was saying it as I saw it. I did not know that the S was a Z. So this is for you, Hemi. When I say this, crypto-Jewish Jesuites. Eat a dick. Ah, dude gave me so much shit for that one. Alright. Long time. New chapter, new hit. The Jesuites. There's a college where a lot of our politicians, a lot of the actors and shit go. The mainstream actors that you see, you know, like Billie Eilish and that one dude that dresses up real gay, like in women's clothes, and has that dad bod and thinks he's hot. I mean, he could be tutti frutti, fresh and fruity. I don't fucking know. Any dude that's willing to dress up like a goddamn man or a woman, there's something not right in his noggin, or he sold his soul, and he wants that money. Like, oh, we'll get you rich. You gotta. Oh, you're gonna demasculinize yourself so much, bud. You have no idea. The lengths they're willing to go. That's the crazy part. Selling their soul for some money, man. That's stupid. That's stupid. Stupid, dopey, doo-doo head shit. Like fucking what Joe Rogan said to that dumbass feminist. As we have seen, the Roman Catholic Church presents a Gentile front for Jewish religious doctrines. Jews from time to time go from supporting the Catholic Church to undermining it. Ultimately, the Jews have plans to rid themselves of that front when it no longer serves their purpose. It is only in the sense that Pinay's characterization of the Jews as a fifth column within the Catholic Church has validity. Well, it's 6:20 here, but good example of the duality of the Jews being both a defender of the church and also its destroyer is the Catholic Order of the Jesuits. What most do not know is that the Jesuit order is a crypto-Jewish order of priests. While it may have Gentile priests as members, it was founded by Jews, and today has close secret ties with other clandestine Jewish organizations. Benjamin Disraeli was a Jew and a former Prime Minister of England. He revealed that the first Jesuits were Jews. Ignatius of Loyola's secretary, Polanco, was of Jewish descent and was the only person present at Loyola's deathbed. Ignatius Loyola himself was a crypto-Jew of the occult Kabbalah. A crypto-Jew is a Jew who converts to another religion and outwardly embraces the new religion while secretly maintaining Jewish practices. Yep, he is. He's also, yeah, he's a Nazi. I'll say he's a Nazi. He's part of the Hitler Youth Army. I mean, but then again, fucked up part behind all that, the fucking Rothschilds played hand in funding Hitler's little death squad campaign, and they basically funded the deaths of about 600,000 Jewish people, or just people in general that could have been labeled Jews. Thinking of the previous pope. Current one, maybe. Francis? Unless there's... Isn't it the one that's dying right now? Yeah, Pope Francis. That's the one I'm talking about. It could have been the one before him, but I believe this one It might have been the previous. Take a look. Make sure I'm right. Oh. Benedict. Yeah, he looks like a real godly man. It might have been him. Oh, it was either this one or the previous one. One of the two. Came here for the entertainment, staying for the history lesson. Well, that's where you find the entertainment, sir. It gets juicy. And later on, like, depending on how far I get, we'll see. Alright, let's see here. Where was I? Alright, here. James Lanes, who succeeded Ignatius Loyola as the second Jesuit general, was also of Jewish descent. The fourth Jesuit general was a Belgian Jew named Eberhard Mercurian. Jews were attached to the Jesuit order and joined in large numbers. Some of the most influential Jesuits in history, such as Francisco Ribera and Emmanuel Lacunza, were Jews. During the Fifth General Congregation in 1593, of the 27 Jesuits who proposed changes to the Constitution, 25 were either Jewish or Moorish descent. Many of the Jesuit doctrines are similar to those found in the Kabbalah and Babylonian Talmud. It is possible that the second beast in the Book of Revelations is the Jesuit general, who is known as the Black Pope. John Torrell explains the Jewish origins of the Jesuit order. Oops, didn't mean to do that. The Illuminati order was not invented by Adam Weishaupt, but rather renewed and reformed. The first known Illuminati order, Alumbrado, was founded in 1492 by Spanish Jews, called the Marranos, who were also known as crypto-Jews. With violent persecution in Spain and Portugal beginning in 1391. Hundreds of thousands of Jews had been forced to convert to the faith of the Roman Catholic Church. Publicly, they were now Roman Catholics, but secretly they practiced Judaism, including following the Talmud and the Kabbalah. The Marranos were able to teach their children secretly about Judaism, but in particular the Talmud and the Kabbalah. And this huge group of Jews has survived to this very day. After 1540, many Marranos opted to flee to England, Holland, France, the Ottoman Empire, Turkey, Brazil, and other places in South and Central America. The Marranos kept strong family ties, and they've been very wealthy and influential in the nations where they lived. But as is the custom with all Jewish people, it did not matter in what nation they lived, their loyalty was to themselves and Judaism. In 1491, San Ignacio de Loyola was born in the Basque province of Guipuzcoa, Spain. His parents were Marranos, and at the time of his birth, the family was very wealthy. What we got in the chat? Yeah, South Central America, a few other places. Alright, on May 20th, 1521. Oh wait, never mind. I fucked up. Very wealthy. As a young man, he became a member of the Jewish Illuminati order in Spain. As a cover for his crypto-Jewish activities, he became very active as a Roman Catholic. On May 20th, 1521, Ignatius, as he was now called, was wounded in a battle and became a semi-cripple. Unable to succeed in the military and in a political arena, he started a quest for holiness and eventually ended up in Paris, where he studied for the priesthood. In 1539, he moved to Rome, where he founded the Jesuit order, which was to become the most vile, bloody, and persecuting order in the Roman Catholic Church. In 1540, the current Pope Paul III approved the order.
At Loyola's death in 1556, there were more than 1,000 members in the Jesuit order, located in a number of nations. Now, I'll break this down to where some people can really understand this. This order right here could technically be called could be your Assassin's Creed kind of group. They were literally assassins for the Pope, and people in power that probably dealt with Epstein, or was it Weinstein? Which one didn't kill themselves? It was Epstein. Yeah, Epstein didn't kill himself. Setting up the Jesuit order, Ignatius Loyola devised an elaborate spy system so that no one in the order was safe. If there was any opposition, death would come swiftly. The Jesuit order not only became a destructive arm of the Roman Catholic Church, it also developed into a secret intelligence service. While the popes relied more and more on the Jesuits, they were unaware that the hardcore leadership were Jewish, and that the Jews had held the membership in the Illuminati order, which despised and hated the Roman Catholic Church. The Jesuits were established by Ignatius of Loyola. Ignatius of Loyola was the leader of the secret occult organization known as the Alumbrados, Spain for Illuminati. On August 15th, 1534, Loyola started a sister organization to the Alumbrados, which he called the Secret Society of Jesus. It is more commonly known today as the Jesuits. Loyola was arrested by the Dominican Order of Catholic Inquisitors, who were concerned with his growing influence and power throughout Europe. Because of his influential allies among the principalities of Europe, he was granted an audience with the Pope. Loyola promised the Pope his allegiance and agreed to do the bidding of the papacy throughout the world. Pope Paul III formally approved the Jesuits as a Catholic religious order in his 1540 papal bull Regimini Militantis Excelsiae. The influence of the Jews through the Jesuits in the Roman Catholic Church had been manifested from the beginning in Catholic doctrine. The Council of Trent was an attack on Christianity with an anathema after anathema against Christian doctrine that was orchestrated by the Jesuits. The control of the Jews over the Vatican is so complete that Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, now Pope Benedict XVI, who was the prefect of the congregation for the doctrine of the faith, issued an official doctrine of Catholic faith that accepted the Jewish view that the Messiah is yet to come. There is apparently much double talk in the document, as it accepts the Jewish view of the coming Messiah without overtly rejecting Jesus. Some have interpreted the document as denying the redemptive role of Jesus. The Catholic Church, long ago, implicitly denied the redemptive role of Jesus. The document is contained in a small book titled The Jewish People and the Holy Scriptures in the Christian Bible. It is no surprise that this Jewish Catholic doctrine was drafted by a Jesuit named Albert Van Hoy. The Jewish influence over the Roman Catholic institution and its doctrines is manifest in the document of the Vatican Commission for Religious Relations with Judaism, which states, "We propose in the future to remove from the Gospel of St. John the term the Jews, where it is used in a negative sense, and to translate it the enemies of Christ." In a speech at Hebrew University in Jerusalem, Roman Catholic Cardinal Joseph Barandine stated, "There is need for theological reflection, especially with what many consider to be the problematic New Testament's texts. Retranslation and reinterpretation certainly need to be included among the goals we pursue in the effort to eradicate anti-Semitism." The Gospel of John is generally considered among the most problematic of all New Testament books in its outlook towards the Jews and Judaism. This teaching of John about the Jews, which resulted from the historical conflict between the church and the synagogue in the latter part of the 1st century CE, can no longer be taught as authentic doctrines or used as catechesis by contemporary Christianity. Christians today must see that such teachings can no longer be regarded as definitive teachings in light of our improved understanding. Their improved understanding can eat my ass because it's a lie. In ancient Palestine, the Jews worked hand in hand with the Romans to crucify Christ. Now, the Jews worked hand in glove with the Roman Catholic Church in their effort to eradicate Christ's gospel. The great harlot of Babylon in Revelation 17:5 has mystery written upon her forehead. She is called Babylon because she is Babylonian. She is a mystery because she's masquerading as the Christian religion. Christian labels have been applied to Babylonian paganism to come up with the mystery religion we know as the Roman Catholic Church. Both the Talmudic Jews and the Vatican share that common Babylonian root. The Jesuites nurtured the Babylonian Kabbalism in Roman Catholic doctrine. Similarities between the imperious whorish woman in Ezekiel 16:14-40 and the mother of harlots in Revelation 17:5 are unmistakable. They are one and the same. Roman Catholicism is an esoteric version of Babylonian Judaism. The Roman Church appears Gentile to the uninitiated, but it is Jewish to its core. Orthodox Judaism appears to the uninitiated to be the Old Testament theology, but is actually Babylonian to its core. The extreme oath of the Jesuites, which is given to a Jesuit priest when he is elevated to a position of command, contains the following provisions. I declare and swear that His Holiness the Pope is Christ's vice-regent, and is the true and only head of the Catholic or Universal Church throughout the earth. Therefore, to the utmost of my power, I shall and will defend this doctrine and His Holiness' right and customs against all usurpers of the heretical or Protestant authority whatsoever, especially the Lutheran Church of Germany, Holland, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, and the now pretended authority of the Church of England and Scotland. The branches of the same now where I do now renounce and disown any allegiance as due to any heretical king, prince, or state named Protestant or liberals, or obedience to any of their laws, magistrates, or officers. That I will go to any part of the world whatsoever without murmuring, and will be submissive in all things whatsoever communicated to me. I do further promise and declare that I will, when opportunity presents, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals, as I am directed to do, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth, and that I will spare neither sex, age, nor condition, and that I will hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle, and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up the stomachs and wombs of their women, and crush their infants' heads against the wall, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race. Wow! That when the same cannot be done openly, I will secretly use the poison cup, the strangulation cord, the steel of the poniard, or the leaded bullet, regardless of the honor, rank, dignity, or authority of the person or persons whatsoever may be their condition in life, either public or private, as I at any time may be directed to do by any agent of the Pope or superiors of the Brotherhood of the Holy Faith of the Society of Jesus. They killed him on the cross. Yeah, they did. They didn't want to have their hands in his execution, so they passed him over to the Romans. And then the Romans, through democracy, the vote, they voted whether Jesus or a criminal were to be set free. And the people, the Sadducees and the Pharisees essentially convinced the people to release the criminal and crucify Jesus, while not having their hands directly. They still had their hands in it, and they were the enemies of Christ because they were seeking to have him arrested and locked away for claiming that he was the Son of God. Whether he directly or indirectly said it, he was technically the Son of God. He came from God. He was the Word of God made flesh. So, well, that's what the Bible says. That's what we're led to believe. This is really interesting stuff. None of us truly know because none of us were there at the time. But hopefully through stuff like this, we will find answers and get to the bottom of things, you know? The Jesuits are the secret army of the Roman Church. They are often referred to as the Pope's militia. In fact, the leader of the Jesuits is called the Jesuit General. He is unlikely another leader of a Catholic order because of the Jesuit General is independent of the Catholic bishops and cardinals. He answers directly to the Pope. Because of the power and influence of the Jesuit General, he is known as the Black Pope. The Jesuit General has the purportedly authority to absolve persons of the sins of bigamy, murder, or any harm done to others as long as the matter is not publicly known and the cause of the scandal. Pope Gregory XII gave the Jesuits the authority to deal in commerce and banking, which has made the order quite wealthy. The popes have threatened princes, kings, and anyone else who interferes with the Jesuits with excommunication, latae sentite. In one of the most authoritative works of the Jesuits, J. Huber, professor of Catholic theology, wrote, "Here's a proven fact. The constitutions of the Jesuits repeat 500 times that one must see Christ in the person of the Jesuit General." If the Jesuits are a crypto-Jewish order that hates the Roman Catholic Church, as allegedly by Torel, why would it become a priestly order within that church and become its greatest defender with an extreme oath of obedience to the Pope? Because the Roman Church offers the Jews an ideal cover from which to wage war against Christianity. This is evidenced by the fact that the Jesuits virtually controlled the Council of Trent, which produced anathema after anathema against Bible-believing Christians and fundamental Christian doctrine. This same Jesuit organization, however, opposed the Inquisition. Why? Because the Inquisition, in part, was initiated to root out crypto-Jewry inside the Catholic Church. Of course, an organization founded and controlled by crypto-Jews would oppose a strategy that would expose its own Jewish core. The hierarchy of Orthodox Jews hate Gentiles. Ostensibly, Gentile organizations like the Roman Church offered an ideal front from which to strike against the hated Christians. That is why God refers to the great harlot of Babylon as mystery. The Roman Church appears to the world to be a Gentile religious organization, yet it is to its core Jewish. As long as the Roman Church does the bidding of the Jews, they will defend it. Once the Roman Church is no longer useful, it will shed it like a snake sheds its old skin. It seems that the Jews have the destruction of the Roman Church all planned out. The following is a passage from the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion that seem to foretell the destruction of the Vatican by the nations of the world. When the time comes finally to destroy the papal court, the finger of an invisible hand will point the nations towards this court. When, however, the nations fling themselves upon it, we shall come forward in the guise of its defenders, as if to save excessive bloodshed. By this diversion, we shall penetrate to its very bowels, and be sure we shall never come out again until we have gnawed through the entire strength of this place. This is very similar to the prophecy found in the book of Revelations. And then the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Revelation 17:16-8. The horns of the beast are 10 kings of the beast that is being ridden by the great harlot, who sits on the 7 mountains, the Vatican. Revelation 17, the protocols have set forth the planned destruction of the Vatican. The protocols seem also to have provided for the entire entrance of the Antichrist. The King of the Jews will be the real Pope of the universe, the Patriarch of the International Church. In fact, the Jesuites, the great defenders of the Catholic faith, have actually exercised their power to undermine the authority of the Church and bring it to its knees. The reason the Jesuits retaliated against the Catholic Church was that the Jesuits were at one time dissolved as a Catholic order because of the subversive conduct. The subversion of the European nations by the Jesuits became so great that an immense amount of military and political pressure was brought against the Pope by the European nations. Finally, Pope Clement XIII decided on the 3rd of February 1769 to dissolve the Jesuits. While Jesuits are under an oath of allegiance to the Pope, that oath is secondary to their extreme oath of allegiance to the Jesuit general. I do further promise and declare that I will have no opinion or will of my own, or any mental reservation whatever, even as a corpse or cadaver, perende ac cadaver, but unhesitatingly obey each and very command that I may receive from my superiors in the militia of the Pope and Jesus Christ. The night before Pope Clement XIII was to execute the dissolution, however, he suddenly fell ill and died. Prior to his death, he cried out, "I am dying." It is a very dangerous thing to attack the Jesuits. His successor, Pope Clement XIV, was also put under tremendous political pressure to dissolve the Jesuits, but he resisted doing so for 3 years, until the political tension finally forced his hand. Pope Clement XIV issued the papal brief of dissolution, Dominus ac Redemptor, on August 16, 1773. Pope Clement XIV knew the significance of such an act to the papacy. He exclaimed, "I've cut off my right hand." In addition, Pope Clement XIV knew that by signing the brief dissolving the Jesuits, he was signing his own death warrant. Soon after signing the brief, the letters LSSSV appeared on the palace walls in the Vatican. Pope Clement XIV knew what it meant, and explained that it stood for "In Septembre será sed vacante," which translated means "In September the see will be Vatican, the Pope will be dead." Pope Clement XIV was poisoned and died on September 22nd, 1774. Well, he didn't. He is metaphorically. He cut off his right hand. He didn't literally cut off his hand. No, he metaphorically cut off because that was his power. All right, 40. All right. Interestingly, it was just 3 years after Pope Clement XIV's suppression of the Jesuits that the subversive organization, the Illuminati, was reportedly founded by and trained Jesuit named Adam Weishaupt in 1776. Weishaupt was a Jew and a professor of canon law at Ignaust University, which was a Jesuit university and the center of the Jesuit Counter-Reformation. Alberto Rivera, a former ancient Alumbrados, whose one-time leader was Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits. The Illuminati was established by Lorenzo Rico, the Jesuit general, in 1776, who used his disciple Adam Weishaupt as the front man for the organization, which was really not new at all. The Jesuits, having just been suppressed by the Pope in 1773, found it necessary to establish the Illuminati, which was an alliance between the Jesuits and the very powerful Ashkenazi Jewish banking house of Rothschilds. People are pieces of shit. The purpose of Weishaupt initially was to avenge the papal suppression of the Jesuits by rooting out all religion and overturning the governments of the world, bringing them under a single world government controlled, of course, by the Illuminati. Under the authority of their god, that world government is commonly referred to by the Illuminati as New World Order. The god of the Illuminati is Satan. Eric John Phelps, in his book, The Vatican Assassins, explains, "These 41 years between the suppression in 1773 by Pope Clement XIV and the reestablishment by Pope Pius VII in 1841 were absolutely golden for the Society of Jesus. For the sons of Loyola punished all their enemies, including the Dominican priests, perfected their inner workings between themselves and Freemasonry, creating alliance between the House of Rothschild and establishing the Illuminati, punished and absorbed the Knights of Malta. They used the Orthodox Catherine of Russia and the Lutheran Frederick of Prussia to conquer and divide Poland, rendering the Pope's bull of suppression of no effect in the Roman Catholic land. They caused the French Revolution, beheaded a Bourbon king and the Habsburg queen as punishment for being expelled from France and Austria. With Napoleon, the Freemason, they drove the Bourbons from the throne in Spain and the Braganzas from the throne in Portugal. They even attempted to take Palestine from the Muslims like the Crusaders of old. The company's most important victories were both religious and political. They deeply penetrated the Russian Orthodox Church and Germany's Lutheran Church, its Tübingen University specifically. Politically, they took control of the Crown and the Bank of England. For this reason, England, with Viscount Palmerston, who would never go to war with France again, it would conduct the Pope's opium wars against people of China, just like the company with its CIA and Mafia Commission is presently conducting a massive drug trade against the heretic and liberal. Applying Satan's sacred office of the papacy would never suppress the secret of Jesus ever again. Oh God. Did I just start a new chapter? Oh jeez. The secret Illuminati organization was the hidden guiding hand behind the brutal French Revolution of 1787, during which 300,000 people were massacred in a godless orgy of violence. The rage by the Jesuits and their reconstituted Illuminati culminated in 1798 with the capture of the Pope himself. Napoleon's general Berthier invaded Rome, took Pope Pius VI prisoner, and held him until his death. The Roman Catholic Church had learned its lesson. On August 17, 1814, the Jesuits were restored as a Catholic order by Pope Pius VII. John Adams wrote to Thomas Jefferson in 1816, "I am not happy about the rebirth of the Jesuits. Swarms of them will present themselves under more disguises ever taken by even a chief of Bohemians." Man. Alright, sorry. I got sucked into the music, man. I love classical music. Alright. Let's take a look at the organization order. Got in hand behind the brutal French blah, the rage by the Jesuits. Pope self, blah. The Roman Catholic Church had learned its lesson on August. Okay, the Jesuits restored, blah, dark. Alright. John Adams wrote, Thomas Jefferson, swarms, guys, chief Bohemians, printers, writers, publishers, school teachers, etc. If ever an association of people deserved eternal damnation on this earth and in hell, it is the Society of Loyola. Yet with our system of religious liberty, we can but offer them a refuge. Thomas Jefferson answered Adams, "Like you, I object to the Jesuits' reestablishment, which makes light given way to darkness." In 1835, Samuel Morse, the great inventor of the telegraph, echoed the concerns of Jefferson and Adams. He described the Jesuits and their threat to the United States as follows: "And do Americans need to be told what Jesuits are? If any are ignorant, let them inform themselves of their history without delay. No time is to be lost. Their workings are before you in everyday events. They are a secret society, a sort of Masonic order with superated features of most revolution." Oh, sorry, these words are revolting odiousness and 1,000 times more dangerous. They are not confined to one class on society. They are not merely priests or priests of one religious creed. They are merchants and lawyers and editors and men of many professions. And no profession, having no outward badge in this country by which to be recognized. They are about in all your society. They can assume any character or angel of its light. Oops, didn't mean to bring that up. Most revolting. They're not confined to classes. Vicious rise. They're about in all society. They can assume any character. There's darkness. Okay, I found where I'm at. They are not confined to one class on society. They are not merely priests or priests of one religious creed. They are merchants and lawyers and editors and men professors. I've already done this part. The concerns of Morris, Adams, and Jefferson were justified. Once being reestablished as a Catholic order, the Jesuits did not miss a beat. During the 19th century, they fomented revolutions throughout the world, attempting to bring the power oppressive despots whom they would then control. They were at one time or another expelled from Russia in 1820, Belgium, Portugal, the Italian states, Spain 3 times, Germany, Guatemala, Mexico, Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia, Costa Rica, and France twice. They caused the Swiss Civil War in 1847. As a result, they were banished from Switzerland in 1848. Up until the year 2000, the Swiss Constitution... I'm aware. I'll get it. Up until the year 2000, the Swiss Constitution forbade the Jesuits from engaging in any cultural or educational activity in Switzerland. In the year 2000, Switzerland ratified a new constitution, in which Article 51 was removed. Those are just a sampling of the over 70 countries from which the Jesuits have been expelled for conducting subversive activities. The Jesuits' subversion has continued to modern times, causing the Jesuits to be expelled from Haiti in 1964 and Burma in 6. Sorry, I love this music. To this day, they're instigating communist revolutions in South America. The Jesuits' new brand in South American communism is known as liberation theology. Heard that word recently. Jesuits have a long and sordid history of distorting moral obligations and practicing and advocating situational ethics. For example, God commands without exception that thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Exodus 20:16. The Jesuits, on the other hand, permit the use of ambiguous terms to mislead a judge or outright lying under oath if the witness makes a mental reservation. The Jesuits teach that if a young girl is pregnant, she may obtain an abortion if the pregnancy would bring dishonor to her or a member of the clergy. They do not stop there. Another Jesuit maxim states, if a father yielding a temptation abuses a woman and she publicizes what has happened and because of it dishonors him, this same father can kill her to avoid disgrace. That is not the only cause that is justification. Jeez. The Jesuits further teach that a monk or a priest is allowed to kill those who are ready to slander him or his community. Immorality is not unique to the Jesuit order, only the doctrine. If I can back. The doctrines of the Catholic Church allow for all sorts of situational ethics. Thomas Aquinas, the most influential source of economic and theologic doctrines from the Catholic Church, stated that I'm going cross-eyed here. that is lawful, and not a sin for a man to steal another's property, or to fulfill a basic need. Aquinas' view was that all people are community goods, and therefore Alright. What is that? Morality is not unique to the Jesuits or the doctrine of the Catholic Church allows for all sorts of situational. Thomas read that lawful and not a sin for a man to steal another's property in order to fulfill basic need. Aquinas' view was that all goods are community goods, and therefore it is not a sin to take another's property when you need it. That is in fact the official position. Oh man. As in fact the official position of the Roman Church today as expressed by the Second Vatican Council. If one is damn. I'm starting to nod off. I think I've been reading long enough. God damn. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I've had a long day. God damn it. There's so much to go. It's calling for 35 more minutes. I don't think I can make it more. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I do apologize, y'all. I keep nodding off. That was a straight up nod off right there. Oh. Well, that's why I only try and read for like 1 or 2 hours, because that right there, I've hit my limit of reading. So we're gonna pick up where we left off last time. I'm just gonna start on this page, on this part right here next time. Thank you to those that stuck around through the whole thing. We had James Money 615, Sir Yeetus. Sure, check him out. Show him some love and support. Crystal Kitten, make sure to show her some love and support too. Sultanar, it's good seeing you, brother. And Brother Bingus, it's good seeing you. I will be back here shortly with my journey through the scripture, where we're going to read Genesis 10 to 20 and do a gaming stream afterwards. So I hope to see you there. Till next time, thanks again. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever it is you hail from. I'm out this bitch. Peace.
Don't touch me there.
Oh, god damn.
Oh, the ending was interesting.
Do what?
He said the ending was interesting.
Yeah, me nodding off. Oh no, that's interesting now. Holy fuck, I was right there. And y'all can, if y'all don't believe, y'all can, I've done the research. I fact checked this guy, and I fact checked the fact checker. And all this is legit. I'd recommend. Maybe tomorrow.
Before you're asking.
No, anime on Monday. I'm gonna do it. I gotta stay consistent. I'll be back in an hour. If that. Don't touch me there. Oh man.